Okay. What's I need?
It's Wednesday, July 20th. This is the very first meeting of the St. John MS4 board. And I'd like to take a minute or two to introduce the individuals sitting on the podium, and then we'll have our election of officials. To my right is Joe Gomestego. He's a university professor at IUN. To my left is Bob Zaney. He is a longtime engineer with Robinson Engineering. And to the left of him is Billy Manasopoulos, a resident as well. All three members are residents of St. John. You want to start out, Bob, with, should we go with elections first, Jason?
We have to do roll call first.
Oh, okay. Why don't you do roll call?
All right. Bob Zaney,
Here.
Bill Manasopoulos,
Present.
Joe Gomestego,
Here.
Bob Valois,
Here.
Brian Blazak,
Present.
Joe Wizawati,
Present.
Jonathan Dykstra.
I'm here. Present.
You have a quorum.
Okay.
Sorry, John.
I'd like to ask each of the individuals sitting on the podium to kind of just give you a little brief summary so that the residents are acquainted with who these individuals are, who they may be, and what their background or experience is. Okay, we'll start with Bob Zaney. Bob?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Bob Zaney. I'm obviously a resident here in St. John for the last 8.5 years. I'm a project manager with Robinson Engineering. Been with the company for 34 years, and I've done had various opportunities at the company. And I started out as a field inspector and worked my way into the office, and I handle day-to-day projects. I do development reviews. I've worked on emergency vehicle preemption projects, those emergency lights when emergency vehicles are on call for the safety of everybody. And there's this opportunity here to join the Stormwater Management Board, MS4 board, and I just wanted to give back and try to use some of my talents to help the town, help this team put some things together, move forward, and go in the right direction. So I'm just happy to be part of it, and look forward to working with everybody.
Thanks, Bob. Billy?
Bill Manasopoulos. Been a resident since roughly around 2009. I've sat on the water board now for about 3 years. A little bit of my background is I'm the director of Public Works, Water, and Sewer in the Village of Glenwood. About 14 years municipal experience, and I'm excited to serve on the board with everyone.
And Joe?
My name is Joe Gomestego. I'm a professor at Indiana University Northwest. I teach in the field of School of Public Environmental Affairs, also economics. I was the associate director for Indiana University Kelley School of Business Research Center. I've lived here for approximately about 33 years. I'm the originator of the lawsuit that changed the whole entire property tax system in the state from the town of St. John versus the state. So actually now we're looking at this very carefully, because I think in 1990, when the EPA promulgated rules and established phase 1 of the National Pollutant Discharge and Elimination System, which is also NPDES stormwater program, the phase 1 ruled communities with a population over 100,000. So there is some element here that I'm very strongly encouraged the people to attend, and I like to participate in the birth of this program, MS4, to help everyone for the common good. Thank you very much.
Okay, at this time I'd like to have election of officers. Gentlemen, the floor is yours. I need a nomination for president of the board?
I, Joe Gomez-Tego, nominate Bob Zaney as president of the MS4 in the town of St. John.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Carried unanimously. Bob, the gavel is yours.
Thank you.
You can stay in your seat if you
Okay.
want.
Okay, carrying on, looking for a nomination for vice president for the St. John Stormwater Management Board.
I'd like to nominate Joe Comostego for vice president of the MS4 board.
We have a nomination for Joe Gomestego as vice president. I'll second that. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have president, vice president. So congratulations. Moving on with the agenda, as far as new business, we're looking for days, consider a day and time for this meeting to take place. Do I have any suggestions?
I recommend that if we start meeting like we did, I recommend that if we start meeting like we did today, every Tuesday, every other Tuesday? Wednesday, every Wednesday, third Wednesday.
Yeah.
Third Wednesday at 6 o'clock. It'll be great for all of us.
Third
Right,
Wednesday,
because
6
we have a planning commission meeting at 7, which will follow directly after.
And they we'll be connected with them, so the planning commission meeting it will be helpful for them to understand what we did.
Okay, so on the floor, we have the third Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. We want to do a vote on that? All in favor? Say aye.
You need a motion, a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'd like to make a motion to schedule our meetings for the third Wednesday at 6 p.m. every month.
And I will second.
You can't. I'm sorry.
No, I can't.
Joe has to.
I will.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor? Say aye. Aye. Okay, so the meetings will be held the third Wednesday at 6 p.m. Thank you. Moving on to item 6, reports and correspondence. Is there any reports and correspondence at this time?
Mr. President, just wanted to let the members of the board know that the town council approved Robinson Engineering as the MS4 engineer. They will be working on developing a study along with, I was going to say Baker Tilly, but oh my God, Senator Dalton, getting tongue-tied here. So they're going to be working on getting that report compiled so that way we can figure out, what kind of assessments and stuff would be associated with MS4. So that'll be in a process, but I just wanted to give the board members an update on that. And at this time, introduce the engineer here and let him take it from there.
Yeah, my name is John Dykstra, or Jonathan. As Joe was mentioning, we've had a kickoff meeting pertaining to MS4. Made good progress with this meeting already. As Joe mentioned, Senator Dalton has been hired by the town to as a municipal advisor in relation to the planning of what we would call a stormwater utility fee, and some may call it an MS4 utility fee, because initially that will be what it's directed toward. But MS4 does fall under stormwater. So my background for Robinson is I'm a water resources engineer with expertise in primarily drainage, floodplain, floodway, and MS4. So that's my background. I've been doing these things for over 30 years, so there's some longevity there. So Senator Dalton has already graciously provided a schedule for the MS4 fee going in that direction. So we have a timeline for that has already begun, and we'll be working with them. They're already obtaining data. I know Joe has provided some data to them already with the tax base we just call it tax, but it might not be the right word, but, so there's obviously a lot of details to this, which maybe we'll go into that more with a forthcoming meeting if this is acceptable for now, Joe. Okay.
As he was saying, you know, we did have our kickoff meeting, which was really helpful. We brought in staff that needs to kind of know what's going on in terms of MS4. So there's some stuff that we need to kind of coordinate in terms of MS4 with respect to how it applies to planning and development as well. So there's going to be some changes that obviously will come about, but those will originate here in terms of, you know, policy and procedures and stuff like that. So, but I do want to thank each of the members who have volunteered their time to serve on this board. You know, it's you know, I know some serve on more than one board, and that is really appreciated. So I know it takes away time from your family and your free time. So thank you. So Bob, I wanted to know if you had anything to add to that as well.
I'm excited with this board. I think we got a lot of knowledge with this board. And then also, just so everyone's up to date, we are up to date with the NOI, which is Notice of Intent. We did get audited last month. That went smooth. Those corrections have been made, submitted to IDEM. So we are compliant, and I'm excited to get this thing rolling.
And Bob Valois is our staff liaison from Public Works, but you know, he wears many hats. He's our water, wastewater operator. Thank you. I'm like, my brain is not working today. I got budget on the brain. Sorry, I got numbers going through my brain. So Bob's going to be working with us as our staff liaison. That's all I have, Mr. President.
All right, very good. Is there any other comments or correspondence? None. Seeing none. We have a. Oh, I'm sorry.
The minutes. Who's going to do the minutes in this? Or
Anastasia
Anastasia.
she'll be doing the minutes.
So we'll have minutes for this meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Anastasia will. All right.
Someone got to do it. Might as well be her.
Well, it's good to know because I took some notes, so I know hers will probably be accurate.
Yeah, but she'll watch the video and
Oh, good.
Yeah, get it all done. And I got the printing of everyone's name, so she'll spell them correctly too.
May I make another point too? Due to the fact that we have computers and everything, in case of an emergency, if you cannot attend, maybe you have to zoom in. So that way, maybe, I don't know if that's what you call in this world of information technology, zoom in so that way you don't miss a beat. I won't. I'll try not to. And that's one of, not that I would try not to, I will not miss a meeting. This is very important.
So, Joe, with that, I know the governor, you know, whatever they had lapsed. But as far as the board itself, could it make its own rule to where we can phone in or zoom in?
I believe so.
No, they fall under the ordinance for virtual meetings. So you'd be just like any other board or commission. You can miss 1 or 2 meetings unexcused if you have an excuse, you know, like a documented illness or an unexpected item comes up. You're deployed overseas or with the National Guard. You know, a valid reason you can attend virtually. But you are supposed to be here the majority of the time.
So that's per ordinance?
Yes,
Town ordinance?
No.
It's per town ordinance and state law.
Okay.
The state law was passed during the emergency order, and basically it said once the emergency order was lifted, each municipality has to have a local ordinance that basically adopts the state law for virtual meetings. And I can provide you a copy of the ordinance to your email, and unfortunately I cannot tell you the ordinance off the top of my head. They can attend virtually once or twice a year with an unexcused absence.
So if there's a critical issue that comes up, you're out of town, for instance, but you still want to attend,
Yeah.
you can still do that.
But you cannot attend virtually every single.
Oh, no.
Right.
And I believe, Jason, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're not allowed to vote virtually when you're attending by Zoom.
No, you can vote virtually, but you have to be on screen and on audio at all times.
And it has to be a roll call vote. You can't do a, all in
Correct.
favor.
And may I ask another question? Who's going to be the attorney representing the MS4 in case of there's this? It's
For any litigation matters, the town attorney.
the town
If we-
attorney.
If we need them involved with something, then we can ask them to participate.
Hey, Bob, you want to
Okay.
call the meeting?
Do I have a motion for adjournment?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Seconded.
Okay. Meeting is adjourned at 6:20.